What's up you guys, it's Sergio. Before I get started with today's videos, for everything that I talk about will be linked down below, including a link to the sale. As of now, this is a private sale, but I do have the link for it, so if you do want to check it out, I do have it linked down below. And then on my Instagram story, I will be posting the screenshot so you can shop it in store the day that I post this video. And so let's go ahead and get started. So this is the Tory Burch spring event. You guys know I love like these events that a lot of the contemporary brands do, like Michael Kors, Coach, Kate Spade, Tory Burch. But honestly, my favorite one out of all of them is honestly going to be Tory Burch. Tory Burch is one of my favorite, or if not is the favorite contemporary brand. So I decided to make a full dedicated video, and if you want to do a shop with me at the Tory Burch full price boutique, definitely let me know because I'm more than happy to film that video for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started because there are Eleanors on this sale. There are so many items that normally don't go on these spring events or these fall events, seasonal items, but there are a lot of core items on this sale. So I want to go ahead and get started, and I think all these items that I would say all these items are worth it. I put my top 10 favorite items, get it, and there is even way more greatness on the sale. This is just my picks, my favorites, but there are so many other items that I think are worth it, that I think is nice, and so I think it's really worth going through the website and actually looking through everything, because I'm just going through the surface because I don't want this video to be too long. But the first item, guys, which I cannot believe is on the sale, it is an Eleanor. There is an Eleanor in the beautiful camel color. This one retails for $598, and after the discount, it's 25% off if you spend anywhere from $200 and $499. If it's over $500, you get 30% off. So I did want to say that. But the first item is the Tory Burch Eleanor small bag in the beautiful brown color. It is originally $598 and it is $418 with 60 cents. So it's about $200 off, $180 off. And I have this Eleanor right here in this small color, and I do really love using my small Eleanor. There is a larger Eleanors on the sale, unfortunately not the black one, but I do have two Eleanors in my collection and I do quite like them quite a lot. When I first bought this, I didn't know I was going to use it as much as I anticipated, but it's literally the perfect bag. For me, even though Tory Burch does do a lot more gold hardware, I've always been a big fan of more of the silver hardware. Silver has always been more of my preferred hardware, even growing up. So this one is in a pretty white color with the patent, but the gold with the brown is so pretty. It's so perfect for the spring and summer season. As you can see, I already have my browns lined up behind me. And this bag and this kind of particular shade of brown will go all year long. It's not like super dark, it's not super light. I think it's a perfect shade of brown, and I feel like you can transition this as a year-round bag. And I think that the Eleanor is a little bit more of the higher price point handbags for Tory Burch. They have the Eleanor and the Lee Raswell, but the fact that the brown one is on the sale in the smaller size, I think it's really great. One question that I do get asked quite a lot is, does the Eleanor the same dimensions and everything as this one? But I do get asked, does it fit a cell phone? And it does. So I have a leather case in here, and if I kind of move it around, I can kind of make it a little bit more straight and it fits in there perfectly. But if it didn't have the leather case, which kind of has a little bit more texture to it, it'd be more easier and out to get out. But you can fit a full-size phone. But like I said, my phone's a little bit, it's real leather, so it has that texture, so it's a little bit more harder to get it in, and it's a little bit more bulkier, but you can fit a cell phone inside if you are wondering. And honestly, you don't really need to carry a whole lot in these days. You can put your phone, your keys, a little card case, a lip balm, your AirPods, and you are good to go. This is a really great bag that you can wear as a crossbody, as a shoulder bag, and it's all around a really great bag. So Tory Burch Eleanor, I am gonna recommend it in the beautiful brown color. The second one is going to be the Ella printed nylon tote bag. So I did add the hottest bags to buy for spring and summer in the contemporary section, and I did add Ella kind of summer bag. This one is nylon, so it's not going to be as structured as, let's say, my quadrant tote that I have here from Tory Burch. It's going to be obviously nylon, so it's going to give a little bit more, but Tory Burch nylon is pretty good quality. It's the same dimensions and the same shape as this one right here. This one just happens to have more structure because there's leather that reinforces it a little bit more, and it's canvas. But this one is $187.60 from $268, this one right here. And what I like about it is that it has the beautiful brown details, and that it kind of gives you kind of like that spring and summer vibe. Now that we are finally in spring, even though the weather doesn't really reflect that necessarily, especially here in Houston, I think it's still a good bag. I think that the Ella is a really great size for every day, like to throw everything that you need to throw in. It's very summery. It gives you the full summery vibe. Use it as a beach bag. You can use it as a picnic bag. You can use it as like a carry-all bag. Sometimes I would use my Ella tote when I have to do like returns. Let's say I buy like a big order online and I can end up keeping half of the items, let's say from H&M. I put them all there, and when I go to the mall to return it, then I use that tote, and as I buy more things, I kind of put them there. So I kind of, in a sense, use it as a reusable shopping bag, especially if I'm using more of a smaller handbag. But the Ella tote, I've had a black classic one for, I want to say 2 years now, and it holds up pretty well. And I've had this one for about a year now, and it's holding up pretty well. So if you are in the market for a bigger bag, and particularly nylon that's a little bit more easier to clean, I would really recommend this Ella one. I think it's a really, really great choice. I love my 2 Ella totes that I have in my collection, and I have nothing bad to say about it. Another bag that I have, I actually tried this on at Neiman Marcus, and I have a video. I did a shop with me, a full price at Neiman's and Nordstrom. So if you do want to see that video, I will also leave it linked down below. And this is one of the bags that I tried, and this was also featured in my favorite hottest handbags under $500 in the contemporary and designer space. This one comes in at $383.60 after the 30% off. And this one, I just like it because it's that perfect kind of baguette style. So if you are looking for that kind of Fendi baguette, kind of like that, you know, maybe that YSL Prada nylon style where it's like a little bit more on the crook of your arm, I recommend this one. But what I do like about this one versus some of the other bags, that this one actually has the larger strap included in it. So if you do want a larger strap, it already comes with it. So you can wear it as a crossbody, you can wear it as a shoulder bag with a longer chain, or you can wear it on the crook of your arm with the strap, or you can kind of wear it up as a little bit of a baguette. It has a beautiful tassel that you can remove if you don't like it. The tassel kind of gives it more of a summery and more of a fun vibe, but I feel like after that season you can definitely take it off and put it in the dust bag that you get it in, and you know, you're good to use that bag. And like I said, this shade of brown is very universal, and it's something you can use very year round. So I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's a really great bag. I already mentioned it in a video, 2 videos. So I mean, this one's kind of calling my name because I fell in love with the bag when I tried it at Neiman. I'm gonna recommend it. So if you guys are interested in a new hot bag that was featured in one of my videos, I recommend that one. Another favorite that I like is going to be the Kira Chevron Convertible shoulder bag. This one retails for $598, and it's going to be $418.60. And this one, they kind of redid it a little bit. So the Kira logo is slightly a little bit larger than the older versions. They kind of modify Tory Burch kind of modifies their bags like every few seasons. So they recently modified the Perry totes where the larger ones are a little bit larger. And so every kind of seasons, you'll kind of see them kind of do improvements, a little bit of tweaks within the handbags. But the Kira did get a little bit of the logo just a little bit enlarged a little bit. This one has been in the collection for, I want to say, 3 years now. It does super well. It's a classic kind of color. As you can see, I'm kind of getting things that you kind of wear year round, except the Ella tote. I will say the Ella tote is very much a very spring and summer bag. All these kind of shades of browns that I'm kind of recommending, they're all year-round color that you can wear now in the springtime, and you can wear easily into the fall and into the winter, especially with like a beautiful camel coat, a beautiful cashmere sweater. When I'm talking about Sergio, I should be focusing in spring and summer, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that it is a good purchase that you could wear year-round. It's not something that is just for this season. I believe, you know, there's also good to have seasonal items, but also things that you can wear year-round. And this one is kind of like the size of I would say this is slightly a little bit larger than the Fleming flap, the classic size from Tory Burch, and I prefer the Kira over the Fleming. I think the Kira kind of adds a little bit more of a cool girl or casualness, versus I feel like the Fleming can look a little bit too dressy, a little bit too uptight. And so I prefer the Kira-ness of more of the slouchiness, because it will have a little bit more of a buttery soft as you wear the bag, but it also kind of has this cool girl aesthetic to it. And that's why I've always liked the Kira, just because I do like kind of like how the Chevron, kind of goes throughout the handbag. So it's not your traditional Chevron where it goes like this. It has like Chevron going in different directions. So I do recommend it. And if you are in the market for a flat bag, I think that this was a really great one, and it's a really good size that you can fit all your essentials in it. Last handbag is going to be the mini Perry compartment tote, and there's also T monogram included in the sale, which I'm slightly going to talk about. T monogram is Tory Burch's signature monogram. This collection, the T monogram collection, is usually excluded from sales. It's usually excluded from events. The last event, all the T monogram was excluded, but this time around there is quite a bit of T monogram included in the sale. So if you have been having your eye on, and I prefer the brown T monogram over the navy T monogram. And I know Tory Burch is known for navy. Navy is kind of like Tory Burch's signature color. When you go into the boutiques, that's what the employees wear. But I'm not a big navy fan. I'm more like of a brown, black, and white type of girl. And so I did kind of slightly mention that. European release. I got this one via Farfetch from a vendor from Europe. So this one was a Europe exclusive. Which I didn't know that until somebody told me. They do have, but I'm gonna recommend the mini Perry tote in the classic black color, just in case if you are looking for that classic essential kind of black mini tote. The classic black one is $398, and it's gonna be $278 with 60 cents. And it's essentially the same size, same dimensions, and everything. It's going to have 4 beautiful feet at the bottom. It's going to have these handles that you can actually wear on the crook of your arm. I would say the handles are not too big and not too small. I don't like handles that are too big. I find that it kind of makes it a little bit more casualness. I like the playfulness of a little bit of baby handles. But then on the inside, it also has the strap where you can wear it as a crossbody and shoulder bag. So you can wear it on the crook of your arm, you can wear it as like a little top handle, you can wear it as a crossbody, and you can wear it as a shoulder bag. And it is adjustable, and it has a bunch of holes in it where you can adjust it and you can kind of maneuver it. So if you are on the petite side, if you are on the taller side, you can definitely adjust it and custom it to whatever your needs. And then on the inside of the bag, there is a pocket. Inside of the bag, it does have a pocket which fits your cell phone, and it fits mine perfectly. So I like how I have everything all over, but I like how the pocket is just there just for my phone for easy access. And then the zipper in here is nice and smooth, and you can put a little bit maybe of your important stuff, maybe put your little card case, your little wallet inside, zip it up, and you can have all your other items free of reach. And I really like this bag. I love it ever since I got it. I believe I got this bag in September, and I've been wearing it, and I prefer T monogram more in the spring. So you're gonna be seeing me wear this and style this a little bit more now in the spring and the summer. But I did want to say that, you know, I'm knocking 2 stones with one, what's it called? I'm knocking birds with 1 stone. T monogram is on the sale, the brown one, but I also recommend the mini Perry tote. So if you are in the route for a Perry tote, the smaller ones and even the black ones are on sale, and also the larger ones are also part of the sale. My little Perry tote, a bit of wear in my collection, but now even more now that we are into the spring, is going to be the Miller Cloud, and this is going to be $118 with 30 cents with the 30% off, just saying if you do spend over $500. And I actually own these, and these were my first Cloud Millers, and I actually bought these at Nordstrom when I worked there. So I've had these for well over a year. But just to show you how much I recommend the Cloud Millers, if you followed me, you know what I'm about to do. I'm about to show you all the colors that I have them in. I have the brown ones, I have the white ones, and I have the black ones. So I have them in all the colors. I love my Cloud Miller sandals. They literally go with everything, especially now that it's gonna be a little bit more warmer here in Houston. They're like the perfect summer sandal, but particularly this color, and they are pretty good stocked on this color online. And for basically, they're essentially half off for some classic brown sandals. This is the price that you would get them like an outlet style. This is how much you would pay. So you're getting like a full price item for like an outlet price or like a factory price. Right here, these ones kind of fit a little bit on the wider side. So if you do have a bit of a wide foot like I do, these are going to be really well. I like that they don't have any hardware, so you can wear gold hardware, silver hardware, and same with the other ones. I like that you can kind of mix and match, because some of the classic Millers do have a little bit of hardware on them, and they're super comfortable. I did not have to break these in. If you don't like to break in shoes, I think that these are going to be your best friends, and they are like clouds. When you wear them, they feel like you're not wearing anything, and they are super comfortable. So if you are in the market for some sandals, the Cloud Millers, these ones are perfect, and these ones will absolutely go with everything. The one that I'm going to recommend is going to be the NS Slide, and this one retails for $228, and it's going to be $159.60, and this one's in the color New Cream and Gold, but they have them in all the colors, the cream, the black, and kind of like the brown color. So if you are interested in this one, they do have them in all those variations. This is kind of like the sister of the Miller sandal. I will say they're very much forefront. They kind of bring the NS in different styles kind of every season as well. I like them because maybe if you don't want a thong sandal, maybe you want a little bit more of a slide, something a little bit more casual. I will say that NS is a little bit more on the casual side. It's not as dressed up as a thong sandal, but that's just my opinion. A little bit too on the sides. It's going to be as easily as comfortable as the Cloud Miller. So if you do have a Cloud Miller or the NS or either or, they're going to equally be very, very comfortable. For this one, I will say size up a little bit, just because this one isn't super wide friendly as the classic Cloud Miller sandals. So this one, I'm usually a 10. I'll usually get a 10.5 in this one, or even an 11, just so I can have a little bit more space on the cap. So I would say size half a size or a full size up, half a size or a full size up in the NS Slide. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I usually can give you a pretty great description, but I don't know. For me, I always find that for this particular slide, I always have to size up in it versus Cloud Miller, which I can take a classic 10 and I know it's gonna fit me perfectly. I have two favorite jewelry items, and one of them my mom owns. These are the Kira Pro Drop earring, and these ones are $68.60 from $98 with the 30% off. And they're just classic. You guys know that I love wearing pearl. I still have my pearl earring and necklace set. I wear it all the time, and it just has the classic T, but it has a little bit of a droopy kind of pearl. The pearl's not super big. It's kind of like the perfect size when you kind of move around, when you kind of like do your thing. It's just a nice little daintiness. It has a little bit more of a pizzazz than if it's just your regular stud or then just a regular little pearl stud. It kind of elevates it a little bit. And for me, Tory Burch jewelry, through my mom, she has never had tarnishing issues. Nothing has really happened. It is costume jewelry, but compared to other brands like Chanel or even some of the other designer brands, I will say Tory Burch jewelry is better made than the Chanel jewelry. People may rub them the wrong way because I'm saying that, but it's honestly the truth. Somebody that worked at Nordstrom who sold Chanel jewelry and Tory Burch jewelry, I will say that the Tory Burch jewelry definitely held up a lot better than Chanel jewelry, and that's a fact. But I do really like these little pearl drop earrings, and I think for 70 bucks, I think you can never go wrong. And also, guys, keep in mind Mother's Day is right around the corner too. Before you know it, like, I cannot believe we're about to be in April. I feel like New Year's Eve was yesterday, and so Mother's Day is going to be right around the corner. So if you are thinking about Mother's Day, I think this is also a really great time to shop. Because there are a lot of great items on this. The item that I'm going to recommend is going to be the Miller hoop earring, and I remember when this one came out 2 years ago, this one was very hard to keep in stock. It would always be sold out on the Tory Burch website, always. It would always be sold out in department stores, but they seem to kind of have a good stock in them. And these ones are $110.60 from $158. It just has the classic T, but what I like is that it doesn't have it in the front. Like, when you have to move to the side to see the T, the hoop isn't super big, and it's also not super small. Pretty decent size of it. It's not too big, it's not too small. And I'm surprised that this one's on the sale, but like I said, I'm surprised that even Eleanor, Lee Raswell's, and T Monogram's on the sale, because usually those items, even if they're super seasonal, those ones tend to always be excluded. So that's what I'm saying. This spring season is actually pretty good, because there's actually like a lot of things that I want more than initially than I would than any other sale. Usually my favorite part of the Tory Burch sale usually is in the fall, but this spring one actually has quite a bit of stuff that I like. Item, which is going to be the last item that I'm going to recommend. Like I said, guys, everything that I talked about will be linked down below, so if you are interested in it, I'll leave the link for it. And like I said, let me know if you want me to do a come shop with me at the Tory Burch boutique, because you guys know I would love to do that. And especially the one here in Houston, it has like a fun pop-up because they're actually remodeling the Tory Burch boutique to make it kind of like a newer experience, kind of like the store Plano, kind of like the new store on Mercer Street in New York. They're kind of giving it that more updated. They're trying to get away from it looking like Tory Burch. They're trying to make it more into contemporary space, more than kind of Tory Burch's living room, if you know what I mean. Because I will say Tory Burch stores do look like somebody's house with like things. I feel like if I had a store, I feel like it would be like, I would want it to look like my house, or like with pretty furniture here or there. But the next thing, I like to get off topic, y si no te das cuenta. But the last item that I'm going to recommend is the Color Block logo Tingsu, and this one was featured in a lot of magazines. I saw a lot of people wear this one last summer. This one's $188 and it's $138.60 after the 30% off. This one I believe they sold out in the size small, but they do have all the other sizes stocked in it. If you do like more one-piece swimwear, I think that this is a really great one. I think it's black and white. I think it goes with everything. You can wear them with your Cloud Miller sandals, you can wear them with your jelly slides, you can wear them with that printed Ella tote. You can wear them with everything. This one's just a classic one. I could even see myself or even see people wearing this with like some beautiful trousers or these linen pants here in the summertime with like beautiful sandals and like maybe the Miller hoop earring and kind of give it kind of like that super kind of like resort vibes. I can definitely see that. But that's gonna be my favorite piece of ready to wear that I do see on the sale, is this swim item. But yeah, give me my top 10 favorite picks from the Tory Burch spring event. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think that this spring event is pretty damn well, if you ask me. There's a lot of great things on this set. My little gay self is gonna go to the Tory Burch boutique either later today or tomorrow. You'll probably see me come shop with me at the Tory Burch boutique pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. I wanna say thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I love each and every single one of you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching.